gentlemen, welcome to Leo's Coast to Coast. And now, broadcasting live by the light of a single swinging bow, deep in an underground bunker marked only by a nondescript entrance, somewhere in rural Oregon. Don't even try to find him. Don't even try. Here's Larry with this week's guest.
Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shining sea. It's the Leo's Coast to Coast show, where you get to meet the heroes from Live PD, and we are honored to have one of the biggest ones we've had in a long time. Oh, yeah. You folks have been asking a long time here for Pomona. Yep. And here we come. Pomona's coming in strong for y'all. Oh, yeah. They're doing a good job for you guys, so we're doing good here, and hopefully you guys are all ready. California, welcome. Of course, California's first on the show. Thank you, California. Welcome to you. Welcome to my friends in Middle Tennessee. Hello there, Manitoba, Canada. It's international. We just get around. How about you folks over in Alabama today? Hello, Alabama. Love my friends from Alabama. Middle Tennessee, we already talked about you. Texas is here. My friends, oh, look at this. Pomona, California, from Boston, Massachusetts. Coast to coast, if I've ever heard it. Welcome, everybody, to Leo's Coast to Coast, the show where you get the chance to meet the folks from Live PD. We are so grateful that you are here today. Thank you for coming. We've got a lot of stuff that we found. First of all, Deputy Craig Mile cannot be here second show. He is under the weather, so keep that in mind. He is under the weather. We'll keep him in our prayers. So Corporal Craig Mile is a no show for the second show today. Hello, North Carolina. Hello, El Paso, Texas. Hello there. Oregon is here. Love my friends in Oregon. Gotta love Oregon. You know, if you don't love Oregon, there's just something wrong with you. How you doing? We're going to move over here because a young man on the line that looks really good. He is sparkly and sharp, by the way. Today, you'll like him. Oh, you will. Yes, you will. I think this is one of the neatest, and I've got to tell you, in terms of, from my perspective, doing this show as long as I have, one of the most difficult things has been to, hello, Pennsylvania, by the way. I didn't forget you. Doing this show has been a lot of joy for me, and meeting some people along the way has been fantastic. It's really been a joy because, you know, you get to meet some people and people behind the scenes. One of the neatest people I've got to meet has been a lady named Allie, and Allie works in the Pomona Police Department. She's one of the kindest, sweetest people. I mean, she's just a very nice individual. One of those people, you know, just a genuinely kind human being. She has helped so much to get this show on for all of y'all. So I want to thank her for that, for just being real cool, and that, you know, she's been there. I just want you to know that because she is very special. So we will go. Officer Shreef, Erfan, are you there, my friend? I know we don't have you on the screen, but we'll get you there. Go ahead. And of course, I hear nothing. We tested this on Thursday. I do not know the gremlins get in this computer. I don't know why this happens, but we're going to start from scratch, and we'll get you on there. Folks, the phone number to call if you want to talk to Officer Erfan is 503-420-4062. I'm going to ask for you to kind of hold off on that for just a moment because I actually have him on screen. He sees me. He's having a hard time, I think, seeing me. So maybe he sees me pretty well, I hope. He says, what's that? Yeah, he got me. Why we're not getting him, I don't know. So here we go. We'll get you together here. Hang on a second. Why this is not here, we're not sure, but we'll figure it out. Give me a second. Folks, I want to remind you, got some good stuff coming up. Good stuff. Good stuff. Are you ready for this? By popular demand, are you ready? Trooper David Moreno's going back to Leo's Coast to Coast. Yep. Now, that's a big get. Let me tell you why. Because ultimately, what happened was I was told that Trooper Moreno could not come back on the show because it was an issue with the Utah Highway Patrol. Since they're no longer on the show, you know, it's kind of one of those things. So I think you see him now, but it's got to be better than this. It just has to be because he's too good looking today. I can't believe all the stuff on the screen. All right, so hang on, everybody. Hang on. So we're gonna bust everything off of here and just go right. And I've done I think it's 65 shows. And I've never had more trouble than I have on YouTube with all this. So we're going to start piece by piece and we're going to get you in. So hang in there. Okay, start with your screen. We got that. Camera is going to be me. Thank you so much. And there we got you. All right. We're making headway. All right, now let's get the audio on there. For some reason, I don't know why. Hang on.
Yeah. Good morning. All right. It only took 25 minutes. It only took us 25 minutes. Mm-hmm. I don't know. Oh, it's fantastic. Yep. No worries. Love it. Yeah, that's right. All right, man. So, how long you been doing this? Yes, sir. I was here. Sure. You want to just like speaker? How's that? Okay, good. All right. I've been in law enforcement for approximately, I'd say. Oh yeah, absolutely. It was exciting. You know, it's not every day that your department can get chosen to be on national television. And it's definitely going to be an exciting time for us to be able to showcase what we do, and more importantly, let our community see kind of like a virtual ride along of what we do day in and day out. Right. 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 Absolutely.
Officer Shreef Erfan live with us here. I know you guys can hear me now. I'm gonna have to do this a little different. So, Officer Erfan, you can still hear me, right? All right. So, question is, how long have you been with Pomona PD? Go right ahead.
I've been in Pomona for about going on 4 years. Joined law enforcement originally back in 2008, so I've been doing it almost 12 years.
12 years, folks. Long time to be doing it. So, all right. Yep. You guys can hear me now, right? Hopefully. I can't believe this is happening. This is a train wreck. And it happens to a new department that I've worked so hard to get. It's just terrible. All right. So here we go. Folks, your questions could be brought to me at 503-420-4062, 503-420-4062, or keep them on screen. Probably safer today because I'm ready to kill every bit of all this equipment right here. I don't think it's illegal, but it just might happen. You never know, right? That's the way it goes. Okay, Officer, can you tell us, like, in your words, maybe some of the scary, maybe one of the scary stories? One time's been really, really scary for you in law enforcement?
Scary is always, I'd say, obviously any violent encounter. I've been to shooting scenes where, we've had victim down. I've been to scenes where my partner's been down. I'm wearing his shirt right now for Officer Gregory Casillas when he went down about a couple of years ago. But you just got to put that to the side, and the fear is okay. It's okay to be afraid. It's still being able to act beyond that. There's nothing wrong with being afraid. But yeah, that's definitely, I'll say, one of the most scariest things is just hearing your partner on the radio and that sound, of them needing your help and wanting to get there as soon as you can.
Read the story about your partner that went down, and it was just horrific as it is with every one of these type of. When you read it and you see the family effects, it's awful. It's just you lost a brother, and that's the way it is. Being in law enforcement is a lot more like a brotherhood than anything else, isn't it? Kind of like the service. I mean, you guys are brothers taking care of each other, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, we see each other day in, day out. You're with each other more a lot of times than you are with your own family. You're involved in situations where emotions are high, and you're relying on each other, and a lot of times a matter of life and death. And just being around somebody like that in those type of situations, you build a bond that's really, it's kind of unexplainable unless you've been in it.
So hopefully you're hearing a little more of me now. Perhaps I'm thinking. Goodness sakes, can you still hear me, Officer? Okay. No, you can't hear me. I swear, I'm gonna take this box and throw it out the window. Okay, so we'll go back to this. All right.
Larry. Uh-huh. Hello, hello. I wasn't on live PD last night. I was working. I heard there was a one pursuit, short pursuit went out. A couple of disturbance calls. Nothing really too dramatic while live PD was out with us. Obviously, because we're on the West Coast, they go home. The show's aired from 6 to 9, so our more exciting stuff happens later on in the night after they go home. So, but nothing while they were there. Excuse me. Right. It really is. Yeah. Oh, that prime time. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, there's plenty. It's always the best when you're helping the helpless. It's whether it be, somebody who got robbed and they had nothing really to begin with and they don't have a lot of family and you're just like this. It's the last thing you want to happen to them, or one of the most gratifying things for me, and although they're more complex investigations, is anything that involves children. There's definitely a great sense of satisfaction when you could put a criminal in jail and have them prosecuted for a crime that involves any type of violence or any type of crime that involves a child, because that's, you want to talk about helpless, they can't help themselves, and it's to me that's one of the best things that we do in our job. Obviously the day to day is great too, knowing that when somebody needs help that you're the one that they're calling upon, and what might seem just like a normal call to us, it's just another call, is probably the worst day of somebody else's life. So knowing that you can help somebody out and be there for them, it's great. The requirements, I mean, we take a course, we get certified on it, we have to recertify on it every once in a while, but everybody's gets qualified to carry a taser. Yes, and the reason being for that is because if you ever have to testify in court, anything that involves a using a taser on a subject, you want to be able to articulate to the court that it's a less lethal device. You've taken the same ride that you've given that guy or gal with the taser, and you can testify that it doesn't last. The effects of it aren't lasting, and when it's over, it's over, and exactly what that person is going through that you're using the taser on. So yes, we all have to get tased, and it's always videotaped, and we always have a good laugh about it later on. Tased 100%. And the reason for that is the taser. You get the jolts, and then when it's over, it's over. The pepper spray, it lingers. It reactivates once you go home, once you get in the car, once you shower. It can reactivate the next day. It just stays on your pores, and it's awful. Taser any day of the week. Yes. Well, for us getting tased, it's the initial time. Usually that's in the academy, and then after that, you go to certain courses or recertifications and stuff like that, and then it could be voluntary. It's not a requirement after that anymore. Yes, I was. raised just right outside of Pomona, actually, in the next city over. So Pomona is a very familiar city to me. Grew up going in and out of there. So yes, born and raised from right next to Pomona, California. My favorite food. The last year, I have been a huge fan of Korean barbecue because I love steak, I love ribeye, and you can go to these places and it's unlimited meat. Yeah, you have to cook it yourself, but any place that gives me unlimited steak, there any day of the week. So, oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, there's the grill in the center, and you go with a bunch of people, and you just tell them what meat you want, and they just keep bringing it out over and over again. It's almost like it's another one of my favorites is Brazilian barbecue, where you just put the little wooden thing up on the green. That means keep the meat coming, and it's just unlimited steak all night long. I love it. Yeah, really? Oh, you're missing out, man. You got to bring it down to California. Oh, ooh, yeah. Wow, wow. Yeah. It's a good burger. It's worth the wait. It's consistent. It never lets you down. Yeah. Mhm. Yep. Right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Now you're getting me hungry. Thank you. Okay. People in Pomona, no. I think they got a pretty good feel of what we do and how we handle business, and we've also been using body cameras. I think for almost 2 years now. So they've seen some of our incidents, but I don't think it's changed anything. If anything, the public loves it. They're out there all the time yelling Live PD," and they're happy to have them out there, and it's a fun time for everybody. Yeah, right. Daniel Craig, yeah, of course. Why not? He has the license to kill. I mean, the guy's a certified badass. We can't tell him what to do. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I think so. Yeah, I think I've seen him once or twice. Right. Bring him out. Here we go. Yep. Our department has about two patrol canines and one bloodhound for searches and stuff like that. So we don't have a huge canine unit. Just the two for patrol and then one bloodhound. Oh really? Oh yeah. 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 we've had to use them many times, and they help us find. His name is Jax, and missing persons, and help track down the sub. I mean, a lot of times you gotta really run or fast walk with them ways away because it how to keep up the scent and keep on with the tracking for a pretty long distance. But they're amazing, they're great dogs. Favorite candy or snack? That's tough because I have a major sweet tooth. Um, so 100 grand and Kit Kat for candy bars. They've come out with these new Oreos that are mint on the inside and fudge dipped on the outside, and I've been on those for a while, and that's just it's all bad. But yeah, I definitely have a sweet tooth, right? Yeah. I don't know about that, but okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. No, unfortunately, growing up from high school, I went straight to college. Um, I did not join the service. Much respect for those guys, but no, I was not blessed to be in the military. Right. Uh, well, I mean, we're not there to be dictators in a sense. It's not us versus them or anything like that. Just policing is one big complicated process, and just because we go on scene and everybody's innocent until they're proven guilty. There's no need to badmouth anybody. There's no need to disrespect anybody. You approach every person like a decent human being, and you try to have a conversation with them and sort things out with whatever the issue is. And you know that's not to say if we need to step it up a notch and we're not getting that respect in return, then we'll do that. But we generally don't have a need to do that. Um, I guess you can say that our citizens kind of know how we handle business, and they know we're not a bunch of jerks running around, and they don't expect that from us when we roll up to a call. Like there's guys that are, working in a small city. You run into the same people left and right many times. So you see that gangster, and you tell him to just, have a seat for me real quick. You don't have to yell at him. He already knows you. He's been with you a bunch of times, and he understands that it's either going to go the easy way or the hard way. Sometimes, unfortunately. So everybody's pretty courteous with us for the most part. Obviously, law enforcement would deal with criminals or the jerks out there, and they get dealt with accordingly too. But for the most part, we approach everybody in a calm demeanor, and because the way you approach somebody can also dictate how they react with you. If you jump out of the car and you say, "Get on the effing ground, you mother," that they're they're gonna step it right back up at you because they might be a criminal that day, but you've just insulted them personally, and now it's no longer just conducting business. You've attacked them personally, and it's not necessary. Um, so I think our department, for most of the guys that we have, everybody's pretty level-headed. We have a lot of laterals from other agencies, so guys have been doing it for a while, and I think in our field training program, we definitely stress that as well. Is you always want to maintain a calm demeanor. Um, we stress being calm on the radio, even in a stressful situation. Um, so I think that has a lot to do with it as well. Right. 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 It does. Thank you. Thank you. I'm not sure. To be honest with you, I'm not very well versed in the body camera industry. It's just whatever they give us to carry is what we carry. I've never personally owned one before that or shopped around, so it's just whatever they've given us. But the one we have is, I think, is pretty good. It's pretty small, and works well and incorporates with others with the car and other devices. So I guess sorry, I really can't say much more about it than that. I don't really not really very knowledgeable in it. Yeah, definitely. Maybe one day join up with the SWAT team. Obviously, we're a smaller department, so the opportunities don't come around as much as larger departments. So SWAT is definitely something on my mind. As for canine, not so much. I already have two kids at home, and I will not be the one who underestimates the time and care that these canine officers definitely put in. It is definitely like having another child. They are with you 24 hours a day. It's not something to take lightly. Like, oh, it's just so cool that you have a dog. Oh man, it's a lot of work, and much respect to those guys who have them. It's not easy, definitely. So yeah, canine, no, not for me. That's all right. I had a husky before, and he was a lot of work, and I didn't even have to take him to work with me. So yeah, yes, all right, yeah, uh huh, that's strange.
Officer, can you still hear me? Okay. All right. Everybody else, I think you should hear me now. The problem was a small, tiny, and I mean tiny little HDMI that had come loose about maybe an eighth of an inch. There are 20 cables there, and there's one right here, and there's one right here just did it. So if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Now you can't hear me? Are you shaking your head at me because you can't hear me? Oh, good. Okay. Gosh. Jeez, I just can't believe this. All right. So, all right. All right. Just trying to read all these things as we go. All right. So, thank you to you and all other law enforcement officers for your service. That comes from Karen White. Karen, great comment. You guys appreciate that, don't you? I mean, you get a ton of you get a ton of in the past, I should say in the past, you got a ton of disrespect. But now it's a lot different because people are knowing who you are, and they're giving you some respect. Talk about that if you would, what the change of that was like.
It's certain areas, it hasn't changed much. I think it just depends on work. That's not what we're about. So I feel like that's something more felt in the larger departments. We've been blessed in our department where we have great community support from the good people in Pomona. The community support is always out there. Um, but yeah, I don't really see the difference in them. Sir, happy to be here. Thank you, Cello. Thank you. I'm sorry, you cut out before that. Can you repeat the question? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely one of them. I mean, we prank each other all the time. It could be the worst work environment amongst each other. We give each other so much trouble, and we prank each other all the times, and we play all kind of practical jokes. That's every day. I mean, and that's just it keeps the environment fun. It keeps the workplace light and humorous. And sometimes it could be a very dark place to work with the stuff that we see and we deal with. So yeah, no, that's a necessity to give each other crap and prank each other all the time. That we need that. Sure. Wow. Sure. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, thank you to everybody who's tuned in today and heard our conversation with me and Larry. And I definitely appreciate everybody who watches live PD. I love that the cameras are out there, catching us doing what we do best. And it's really awesome that we would hope that the people who watch the show are the same ones who can always be out there engaging with other people. And when they have questions about law enforcement and they bring up some false narrative about something, you can say, hey, that's it's not really true. Just watched it on live PD the other day, and this department and this officer was doing X, Y, and Z. So that's not really how they do business, or whatever the case might be. So I love that people are getting what we call the front row seat to the greatest show on earth, which is the being in the front seat of a cop car. It's amazing. It's awesome. I love that people are watching it from all around the country, all around the world. And I really appreciate everybody who tunes in every night. It's amazing to have you guys with us on the ride along. Thank you, everyone.